Hello and welcome to Back Bedroom Art, and welcome to another vintage build. Now I get three in this one, a Walkman, typewriter and a telly, which unfortunately has no signal, so I won't be watching the A-Team on that anytime soon. So I got this for my birthday because, well, it was my birthday recently, and I've been looking forward to building this, but I had some other projects on the go, so I've left it until now. But you might remember me doing other things on the channel, other retro things. Telly. Very similar, isn't it? Well, now how different it'll look compared to that. But these were the, I can't remember what kid it was. I'll put like a little picture up, but I can't remember what brand these are. I could have been a bit more organised, couldn't I? But we did loads, and you get like a little ball, and there's like different ones that you can build. There's also a computer and what's the other one? Something or other, pinball machine, an arcade machine. Sorry, but yeah. So be interested to see how these compare and how these look when they are made. Particularly looking forward to the typewriter. Should we have a look inside? Should we open the box? So if you was to purchase this, obviously it comes shrink wrapped. That's what would have been removed because you only listen to me tearing that off. But we'll do the unboxing and we will see together what we get. So one bag, an instruction manual, obviously. Another bag, that's got to be the typewriter with those letters. And another bag. I'm guessing because I've got three bags, and that's everything. I'm guessing because I've got three bags, it's going to be one bag for each thing. That's going to be the typewriter. What have we got here? You can almost tell that's going to be the telly for the brown. And yeah, with the blue, the Walkman. Ooh. I'm going to build all three. Which one should I go? I'm going to go for the telly first because I've already built a telly. Actually, I won't. What I'll do is I'll have a look at instructions. Whatever comes first, it's the telly. Whatever comes first is what I'll do. It does say it's for age 14 years plus. I'm sure a 13-year-old doesn't need to feel excluded. I'm sure they'd be all right. 660 pieces. I'm guessing that's 220 roughly for each one. Yeah, small parts. Toy contains small parts and a small ball. Not for children under 3 years. Ooh, there's a small ball at some point. Okay, so first one's the telly. I'm going to edit this bit out because you don't want to hear this bag crinkling, so you're just going to see it all spread out on the table. So out of the first bag, we end up with two bags and a sticker and a note to Brie Happen, who are the makers of this. Please put things in like this a little bit gentler. Maybe just include them within the instruction manual because it is bent, and because it's quite an important part of the kit, it would probably be better if it was, you know, flat. I hope it doesn't show up. I hope the crease isn't too bad when we do it, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, so there's those bags, and I'm going to edit again because you don't hear me opening up more bags. Just as a side note before I open up the second bag, it does say bag 1 and bag 2, 8210, 8210. I'm not sure if that means anything. It's saying here that bag, but it doesn't say bag 1 or 2. I did think for a second, is it going to have all the parts for part 1 in here and then there's a part 2, but going by the first bit I need, that's not in bag 1, so I don't know. But when I've completed the telly, you might find it useful after I've discovered whether the bags having a 1 and a 2 on it actually mean anything. Alright, so stage 1. What you'll probably find, it doesn't mention it there either, just open. Open. Oh, and it is warning you as well that when it shows a length piece, it's 1-to-1, so you can literally use that as a guide on whatever page, I'm guessing. Again, I'll come to that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the first couple of stages when I build it. Now I'm probably going to fast forward for it all because otherwise you're going to just end up with, well, like the build the printing press video that I've got, which goes on for about 2 hours. And nobody wants that, do they? So I'll show you roughly how easy it is. And so it's saying 2 of these, so 2, 4, 6, 8 pegs long, 2, 4, 6, 8 peg long, 2 of those, And then I need 2 of these interesting shaped pieces. And this is where you have a momentary panic because you think, oh, maybe they're missing from the kit, and then you find them. So there's 1, and there's 2. So the way it wants it to go, and it's showing that corner peg goes into that corner peg, that corner peg goes into that corner, so it literally goes on top. Clickety click. And then that piece, so it's showing it going into the third one along, going into there. So you're lining up the pegs. So that goes there, and then that goes there. So it's quite straightforward. And it all clicks together like Lego. I know I'm probably not supposed to say Lego when you're doing the Happen kit, but that's basically what it is, isn't it? Right. Once you've done one stage, just move on to the next, and then just follow the instructions again. So I want 2 of these. Again, I think a 10-year-old could quite happily do this, but I suppose they have to have an age limit at some point. I think, again, just be careful. You've got very small children that they don't choke on it. I like the way it's greyed out, because the previous bit that I've done is obviously black, and it'd be very hard to see what I'm adding. The kit where you did this one didn't do that, so it was very hard to sometimes know what went where, because it all blurred into one. But that's good. I like that. That's a good little touch. So these bits go on there, and if you just orientate it, you can always see where it goes. And then obviously that goes there, that goes there. So again, like I said, even though that's great to show the previous stage, it's all going to be black. And there we go. Nice. Then the next, got some blue. 2 for 6, 2 for 6, 2 corner bits, corner bit, and corner bit. So that obviously just goes on there, that goes there, that goes there. And I'll probably start speeding up in a second, and then you'll see it sped through. But I'll probably still waffle just in case I come out of fast forward mode if I get to any particularly interesting or difficult parts. So let's press that fast forward button. So 1 peg, 1 peg, and then 4. And an 8. Can you tell what it is yet? Oh. No, that's all right, actually. So I thought that went on the pegs for a second. So that's like that. Then that goes there. And then we've got long slidey things. That's the other side. There's 1. No, wrong way around. They do pop off easy if you do them the wrong way around. So sticky out bits. Don't know what's that thing. Long, long. Very shiny. Right, now we've got to do something separate. So we're going to build that. I like the way it says, right, forget what you've been building. You're doing something separate. So it's 1 of these and a blue. That's quite easy. So put the blue on top of the brown. Then I need 2 yellow tours. and a black, 2 black shiny. I know I'm a long way from finishing, but this does look and feel different to the other one that I got in the ball. Oh. I keep finding those. I want shiny with nothing on it. Black, shiny with nothing. Oh, there we go. Again, I always start panicking and think, oh, I'm not going to find it. So black on the end, yellow next door, black on the end, yellow next door. Then we need little balls. 1, 2, a yellow, not that. That times 2 and a blue 6er. 2, 4, 6. It doesn't really matter what way around it goes. That goes there. And it sort of shows the yellow pieces in place with the blue thing going on top, so you know which order to place them. And then that goes across. And then a button and a button. So that's that so far, looking good. Then that and that. Let me know in the comments if you are following this video and building this yourself. I'm guessing my daughter got it off Amazon. I have seen it for sale on Amazon, so I'm guessing that's where she got it from. I need 2 of these. I need to stick on the side. Let me know how you get on with it. I'm not finding anything difficult at the moment. It's quite relaxing, quite chill. So, oh, is that, what colour is that? Is that a see-through one? No, it's this green one. Don't remember TV sets having that weird colour. So that goes there because it's yellow with the 4 bits sticking out because it's not on that side. It's nice and smooth. And then the green goes on. It's got holes through, so I don't think it matters which way around it goes. Bonk. And then we've got these cornery bits again. So there's 1, there's 2, and they go on the ends. Oh, it's so satisfying, that click. And then over the page. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I like it when things come together and you get a big chunk. So it's 1 of these, 2 of these, and then 4 black squares with a peg on the top. Sorry. So, oh, it was 2 of these. So it's peg, peg. Didn't go on. Peg, peg. And, oh, I see, these go on the side. I did something wrong because that doesn't quite seem to fit. Have I missed something? Let's go back a stage. Wow. Yes, I have missed. So I'm going to just put those to one side. Did I just flick a whole page? So that was down there. What did I miss? So I put those 2. Oh, so I did these 2 bits. And I forgot the... Yeah, I bet you were screaming at me. But again, if I make a mistake, it's very easy to just dismantle. On it goes. Funk. On they go again. it's Lego basically. You can just assemble and reassemble. So, right, got those bits sticking forward. So, oh, it fits on now. It fits on nicely. And then these two bits, so we've got the 4 pegs. There's the 4 pegs, that sticks forward. And this is the bit I'm looking forward to. They click together. So the 4 holes are like that, and then the 2 peggy bits are like that, and then it's going to click. Have a listen. Oh, that's so satisfying. That's the back of the telly, isn't it? That was really satisfying, that was. Alright, so now we've got the telly. We want a long black bit, which goes there. We need a tour, which goes there, with another tour on top. And then it's a grey button, then that goes there. So it's basically the casing of the TV, and it's, yeah, looking quite solid. And then a tour there. I'm just crushing everything into place so it's nice and tight. Then a long yellow strip that goes there, and then we got a ball with a hole at the top for the antennas, and then we just need the antenna sticks. 1, 2. That clicks into there. Gonna have a satisfying click again. Well, maybe not that satisfying. He went in, and there. And as you can see, I've got massive hands. So if I can do these fiddly little bits, if you've got smaller hands, which I'm sure you have, you won't have any problems. So that goes on the side, and if you are from the same era as me, you'll know about adjusting the rabbit ears to get your reception. So obviously we can do. You can see the difference already, can't you? So there was a part of me thinking, oh, have they just got the same supplier? But definitely not. Definitely different. Definitely different. Just the colour alone should have told me it was different. Right, let's move on. So we've just done that bit with the antennas. Oh, it's going to be the TV screen now. So I'll put that to one side. It's 2 of these, and they're going to go upside down while I put this on. And it's saying, it'd be easy if I just do one. And then put that one on top. Dunk. So I'm building this whole thing upside down at the moment. Then it's 1 brown one, which is 2, 4, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grey these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you can count. I'm going to do it as well. 4, 5, and believe it or not, 6. Then if I have it orientated the way it's saying, that goes there. I've got a feeling I'm going to put a brown one there anyway, but in, and it's looking exactly the same. Alright, now we flip it over, and it's going to be that way around because we've got the space there on the right, and we've got the brown bit there. So two little black things in the corners, clip and clip, and then these bars. So we leave that up, so it goes there, and that goes. So we leave one row, and that goes there. So it's off-centered. It's off-centered if you're looking at it in that, looking at it in that direction, but it's actually correct if you're thinking of it in that direction. Right, let's turn over. You know, I said about fast forwarding. I think I'm just probably going to play this because it's not taking that long, and it's, I don't know. I feel like you can fast forward the video on YouTube if you want to fast forward. You can always put it on ×2. There is a setting in the settings. I might mention this at the beginning actually. There's a setting somewhere when you get your play bar, and you can change it to ×2, so you can whiz through these if you want. But why would you want to miss this lovely narration by me? Yes, moving on. Right, before you get a chance to answer that. That goes there. That goes there. I suppose some of you are also watching to see how to build it if you've brought one, so handy to see it in action. Again, it's not difficult, but you know, I'm assuming that you are my age. By saying that, you might be finding it hard. And I've done quite a few builds before. As you can probably tell, I'm not exactly hanging around, am I? That goes there. That goes there. And the tour goes there. So it's like a container for something that's going to slot in there in a second. And then we've got the corner bits. There's two little ones and there's two bigger ones. I think you can tell where they're going because there's only one place for them. 1, 2. I'm hoping that didn't get picked up on the video. My belly's rumbling. I should probably get something to eat. It's Halloween when I'm doing this, and there's a lot of trick-or-treat sweets lying around. Oh, kids don't need sweets, do they? I could eat them all. Right. Oh, don't put that one in because it wants a smooth. So we want the smooth one, not that one. And the smooth one goes straight down the middle. And then we got these going on the pegs because we've got the hole on the back that corresponds. I'm running out of pieces, as you can see, so I'm nearing the end. This is quite fun, actually. I do like displaying them as well. I'm just trying to think of a way of displaying them. Look, they are quite sturdy, so you know, if they do get knocked off a shelf or something, they'll probably only break into a couple of pieces rather than. Alright, so I've done that. Now we get the telly bit. So that, I suppose you could do it in the order you want really, but I'm going to do it exactly how it says. So the red goes at the top, then the orange, then the yellow, then the green, and then that goes there at the top. And there's that satisfying click when it goes in, and then it's a tour with a blue, and that goes on separately. It's looking, you can see it, can't you? You can see it. It's gonna look good, isn't it? Right, it's a long one, and one of these, oh no, two of these, and we're going on like that. So we've got a nice smooth bit, and this fits on like that. So you can see the bit sticking out. Sometimes if you're not sure how it goes, and I wasn't sure exactly where it fitted in or how it should look, just look at the next piece and then ba-dunk. And then it's saying put the sticker on. You could leave it just like that if you wanted, couldn't you? You could put just the no signal, because I think that's what it's saying here, what it's showing with just a no signal, or you can put the whole test picture on. I'm gonna see how it looks with the test picture, because it did go a little bit crinkly in the pack. I think I got away with it. I think it looks quite smooth. I can always peel it off if I change my mind. But yeah, there you go. No signal, and you can adjust your ears to your heart's content to try and get your signal, your picture. There's a part of me that's thinking, do it like that. Do you see more of the lines? But I think, yeah, I'm going to leave it as that. That looks all right. That looks cool. So it's showing this bit, having this bit put on. I'm just going to double check. I haven't skipped a stage. Yeah, so it just sticks on. There's only one way it can go on. So on it goes. I'm guessing we just got to do the outer casing, whatever buttons go on the side. Is there feet? No, there's no feet on this one. Where's that one? Had feet. Okay, so we're looking the same. So it's a brown one, which goes there. Do you know what? I'm going to build it first, like it's done there. Brown, then black on top. Then two black ones with buttons. Two black ones with buttons. Just bring it down just so we've got all the pieces. And then it's that, the speaker, isn't it? The bottom. And then it's the dials. Does this say anything? It does. Got a vague printing on it, so you can probably see it clear. I'll zoom in on it actually. No, I won't zoom in on it. I'll just hold that up, so you can just see like the vaguely the. Oh, lost it. The little angle things, so you know what it's pointing at. If it was real, you know, like when you turn it. So that's done. That goes on there with the speaker at the bottom. Make sure we get it the right way around. And then the cabinet bit on the top, we're looking for smooth things. So 4 of these, with one going there, one going there, one going there, and the last one going there. If you wanted to, you could always put these bunny ears on last, because there is a danger of knocking them off, isn't there? Coming over, we're going to do the side, so we're going to use these to attach on, and then we put 3 rectangular ones. Oh, right, and that's teach me for rushing. Again, you can separate them, particularly if you've got fingernails, because it's one of these, isn't it? So I'm going to attach that on, and then that goes, so it goes like that. And then that goes there, that goes there, and that leaves the space for the bottom one. And we do that twice. goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And they go on the side with the single bit at the bottom. And then that goes that side. And I think I may have done. It is. Then move on to the so that there it is. There's the telly done. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? You little bunny ears. I don't know how you feel about this one compared to that one. So these came in the little balls that you got for like 7, the retro toys. What is the name of the company? It will keep flashing up on the screen. I'll remind you of that. But that came as part of the retro kit, and that was like standalone. That you just brought in one of those little. I'm not going to say mystery ball because it wasn't a mystery ball, but I like them both. But they are both different, and that's what concerned me when I saw this. I thought, oh no, is it going to be the same TV but slightly different? You know, like the same manufacturer making them, but it's not. They're definitely different. And there are similarities, like these shapes look the same, would you agree? But yeah, definitely different. Definitely different. Right, 2 more to do. Let's move on to the Walkman. All right, onwards and upwards. We're going to do the second thing, which is the Walkman. I would love it if it was life size. I could put that on my head, but I got a feeling by the size of the bag, it won't be. Anyway, you don't want to hear me opening this bag because it does make a lot of noise, so I'm just going to skip this bit. Right, so there's all the bits. Got some nice I know what that is. L&R. I think I know where that's going. Anyway, that's getting ahead of ourselves. We are making the tape deck bit first of all. Oh, I hope it opens up. Oh, I like it when they're interactive. Anyway, we'll find out soon enough. So what do we need? We need a square. I'm not going to bother fast forwarding. I'm enjoying this. You're probably watching this and going, this bit's boring, I'll fast forward it. So you can do it yourself, can't you? You don't need me to fast forward it for you. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, and if you're building this yourself and you want to see how it's done, I'm sure you'd rather see it. That's a turny bit. We've got a turny bit. Oh, is it going to open? Anyway, that and that go like that. Then we need turny bit. So it's that. And then, so we've got the female part. Now we need the male part. There it is. So they clip in together. Come on, clip in. Oh, I love it when there's a snap. And look. Oh, it's going to fold. So, 2 and 2. And then we've got a bendy bit. Do 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 do. I like interactive stuff. Right, so. Oh. How would that work then? Because it's now saying put bits on that will stop it from bending. Eh? Oh. That's odd. Anyway. You know, I've gone from being really happy to confused and disappointed. Right, that there. That there. And then we got a smooth one. So that's going to go on like that. And that goes there. That goes there. Still bendy. But then, when I put this on, it's for blue. I no longer can bend. But why would that be there? No, I'm just going to trust it and go with it. All right. So, yeah, you're right. Don't think about it. I'm thinking about it, and it's bugging me. Let's wait till we get to the end, and then we'll find out. We'll find out together. So I need a flora. I feel like I'm saying flora. Flora margarine. 4. There it is, with 2 little pegs. And then a 3er and a 2er. That's the technical term for those, by the way, if you're interested. A 3er and a 2er. 3er and a 2er, and then it's a 2er and a blankety blank. That's definitely a complete piece. It feels like it shouldn't be there. Right. I'm sure it'll come clear later. Right. There's there. And then it's 2, not these, but these. And one goes there, and one goes the other side when I find it. There it is. And it's the square bit at the back, and then it's 5. Let's make sure that's in properly. 5 of these go in like that. Oh, it's going to be a satisfying click. Oh, I love the clicks. Like my knees in the morning. A nice satisfying click. But why make that bendy? And secure it so it don't bend. I cannot see what that's all about. Anyway, let it go, Paul. There you go. So here we go. We've done that bit. Turning the page. Right, we need 3 of these. That's 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to need 2 of these. Notice how quickly we're getting through the pieces again. It's nice, I do love this. And it's a green peg, just like that. And it goes in, we'll get a click. And then it goes in there. Oh, that's so satisfying. And then the bit that you can see, rather than the bit that you can't see, the bit that you can see of the green goes at the front, and it goes like that. And then it's one of these at the back. So I'm doing this. So I've done that, and I'm doing this bit here. No, it's 2 of these. What am I doing? It's 2 of these with a green thing. Getting ahead of myself. So slide that in. Click. And then well, you know you want to and it's the green bit at the front again alongside with that one, and then a raised freer along the back, and then what do we need? We need that orangey thing. After we've done this bit, getting ahead of myself. So that goes there, and then a sticky out tour goes there with the orange bit on the front. So, flat bit, smooth, and a flat bit with pegs. Interesting. And now I've done that, it then sticks on this way around. So the orange bit's on the other side. Alright. And that goes there, and that goes there, that goes there, and then there's a big one that goes there, and then a long one that goes on top, and it's all secure and in place. Doing it quick. A 3 and 2 for 6er, 6, 3, and then a clear one, and this must be for the cassette bit. It's saying go for the second peg, which I've just done, and then it wants another clear one, but a smaller one just there, and then a tower just there, and then a little block thing there, and then the piece with an arrow on, which is there. Is that the arrow to say where the eject button is? We'll find out soon. Come on, in you go. I don't want to force it because with it being glass, I don't want it to crack because it's quite. I'm not saying it's fragile because it's definitely not fragile, but I don't want it to crack while I'm doing that. Oh, very nice. Yeah, so we've got that, and then we're going to put some edging on the top. So it's saying flat side that side, and there's 4 of them. Then a solitary peg, and then a solitary one of these. Sometimes you have to sort of square them off, so just turn them slightly, but all right. Oh, they're nice. Just come together nicely. And we got to put the 2 peggy things at the bottom. And it's saying in line with these. So there and there. And it's saying put a sticker on. So it's saying peel a sticker off. It says Music Walker. I can't see a sticker, say music walker. Anywhere. Now I can. It escaped from me. So music walker. So it's going to go on this bit. Going up. I feel like I'm missing something. Right, let's put it on. Music walker. I wonder what that's a reference to, since I keep calling it a Walkman. A music walker. Music walker. Okay, music walker. I want to put mine a little bit over to the side because I think it actually wants it more central. Probably shouldn't peel it off again to put it back on, but yeah, actually I'm going to leave it where it is. It's fine where it is, and oh, I really wish I hadn't done that now. Just leave it where it is. Looks absolutely fine. Anyway, so this clips into here. Oh, that bit came off. So it's gonna open up for your cassette to go in, isn't it? Into your Walkman. So let's move on to the next bit. Ooh, stickers. We don't want stickers. So it's one of those. And it's grey. So it's a tour and two single blanks, I'm going to call these. So we count 1, 2, that's a single blank. And then it's a tour. And it's a single blank. Which gives us that. And we're going to, it looks like the inside bit, you know, the fast forward, rewind, the little buttons. Right, what's next? So we need a white freer. Which will go there. A grey tour, which will put them together with a single grey peg. And then a fisheye one. I'm going to call it a fisheye one. It's a tour with a fisheye. Now I've done that, and then it's a blank, a single blank, and then two clips. A 1, 2. Let me know in the comments if you're actually listening to me right now. I'm just curious, interested if I'm talking to myself. If you are listening to it, give me some sort of words of encouragement, going, yeah, I'm listening to you, Paul, you're doing fine, or something like that. So that's that, which I've just done. And then it's two sort of like weird white raised things. That's one. And 2. And then a curved white one. Which you can't see anywhere. Let's do the bit I can do. So this long one, which goes there, So we've got a black one. Need one of those, but in white. Oh, there it is. You probably could see it and you were shouting at me. Dunk. And if you were shouting at me, it doesn't help, because I recorded this a long time ago, before you started watching it. So the 3 are on, sort of keeps it in place. Then we've got some more bits. 2 2s. And I'll put that 2 in first. And this bit will really secure it in place. And then that. And then it looks like that. Then it's the fast forward and rewind buttons. My guess is they look exactly the same. Just depends what way you put them. Now we need that as well. Is that the... Oh, good. And then it's that weird thing, which is grey. And there it is. Okay, so that goes on there. That goes there. That goes there. Just adjust them because it can turn slightly. That goes there. And then that goes there. That goes there. And then it's a black thing. We've got, it's that round thing, isn't it? It's actually that. So don't confuse it with that. It's that. If that makes sense. You'll know what I mean when you get to that bit. And there's a single solitary, single blank. It goes there. Dunk. Running out pieces, looking good. And a solitary white blank. Then a long smooth. Just try and square these off at the end. Do wiggle slightly. Try and get them as straight as possible. And then another smooth, just to finish that off. And this, oh, and then there's a thing to go in here. Cool. And this then goes on the top of this, like thus. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to do the cassette now, aren't we? Black at the bottom, and then a white in the middle, and an orange on top. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And then 2 black ones in the middle. And then is it 2? No, it's 2 single ones going like that. And then over the page, it's the clear going forward and forward. forward with 2 black doublers on top, a 1 and a 2, and then an orange bar across the top of it all. Gently does it and get that hair out of the way. There we go. And now I've done the orange, it's a black one on top. And then 2 black towers. 2, I don't know, good is it? Oh god, it's damaged there. Now to do with me. Oh well, it is what it is. So it's slightly chipped, but it is the cassette and it's going to live inside, so I think I can live with that. Let's put that there. Ouch, that's the first time I've done that, I actually caught my finger. And that on top, and I guess it's going to get secured, yep, with a bar across the top. And then a smooth one on top. Oh, awesome. So it's a smooth one, 2 wheels. They're actually rubber, so I'm guessing these would have been from a model of a car or something like that. And then it's 4 clear pegs. So put them together. Well, that's going to turn. That goes in there, and that goes in there. That's actually pretty cool, actually. Get my cassette, and if I turn over the page, unsurprisingly, I'll just put our cassette inside. Doesn't quite close for some reason. Now that that clicked, is that going to solve the problem? Yeah, it's just I hadn't secured it enough, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I can open it up. Out comes the tape. Got my tape, back in it goes. I'll listen to Aswad. Brother Beyond, whatever else is on that from the 80s, and then it's just building the last little bit, and it's the headset, and it's going to be a lot of this, I reckon. So it's saying like pegs and solid, and then you get a blank one, and it's just click, click. Now, is it saying do it X amount of times? So it's saying doing it once, and it's saying doing it again. Oh no, because this one is 2 clips. So one has to be 2 clicks. And then we just pop that 2 together. And we got something quite flexible. And now it's saying 4 of these and 2 of these, and this time we're going peg, We're doing twice. And with what we've already got, one goes one side, one goes the other side. So click and click, still very flexible. And then we've got, I think, the master sides. So these curved bits, we need two of these, then two graspy things and two peggy things. And it goes peg at the top, graspy thing at the bottom. So peg at the top, graspy thing at the bottom, peg at the top, graspy thing at the bottom, and graspy things go into there, and graspy things go into there. And it's putting together the headset. Oh, blimey. So, we're doing the left one first. So there's the left. So it's a clippy thing. And then that. And that, and it goes onto the clippy thing. Gunk, gunk. Square it up a bit, and that goes onto this, onto two pegs. And it's saying like there. These two ones. How would that fit? I see. So that peg goes there and goes on like that. Okay, that makes sense. And then we've got a black curly one, and then a tiny itty bitty little thing, like a quarter circle, and then there's another one that goes there, and then need a peg and that. No, they don't go there. That goes there because we have this thing that goes there, and that goes on there and slides into that. Nope. And then it's a curvy one. And then the left piece, doesn't show how it goes on. Oh, it does actually, because if you just look at that. So the L it's on that. And now I've got that. It clips on. Ah. And now, unsurprisingly, we do the right one. So, very similar to the left. We'll start with that. We get a flat and a jaggedy bit and clippity clip clip. That goes there. That goes there. This then goes there. So that's on. I've just done that bit. Then it's a curly bit. So it's exactly the same as the last piece, but in reverse. So it goes there. That goes there. We've got that and that. We've got that, which goes there. That fits on the end. That goes there. And then the right goes on there. I don't think that's on properly actually. I think it needs to come lower. Yeah, and I've got a feeling I might have done that too high. So it needs to be lower. Yeah, that's it. And then that clips on there. And we've got a very flexible headband bit. That's just fallen off. So if you wanted to, you could always glue these bits together. Oh, that would make it slide. Will you stop breaking? Okay, so we've done all this. There's now some wires, and it's saying right has the shorter wire, which is going to pop inside. And then left has the longer wire. I'm just going to pop inside there. It's pretty much done. It's pretty much done. And then we got this two-piece, which is going to attach them together. Slide that up. And then that goes through there. I suppose just have it so it's not sticking out. And we get that and that together. And then that sticks on the end. Like that. And that's the end. It doesn't show where that plugs in, but I'm guessing it's going to plug in there. In fact, if we look, no. It plugs in there. So we got our, oh, get the name right, Music Walker. So there's your headphones. And oh, I need to take my Thompson Twins album out. There's a cassette. Put that away and get my, I don't know, Frankie Goes to Hollywood album. Pop it in. Close her up. yeah, let's press play. We'll start listening to it. Oh, I love it. This is really good, actually. I really enjoyed that. Got some extra pieces. I ain't got enough to really do anything with it, but it's nice having some extra pieces. Only one thing left to do, and that's the typewriter. But that is pretty cool, actually. I like that. I like that a lot. Again, very simple to make. If you're doing it yourself, let me know in the comments how you get on with it. Yeah, I rate that. I rate that a lot. The typewriter was actually the one I'm most looking forward to doing, and it's coming up next. So just one last one to go, and it's the typewriter. Look at all that yellow and black. We do have some stickers, which I'm going to have fun with later. I hate stickers. They stick to my finger when they do to the thing they're supposed to stick to. But let's get into it anyway. So it's been a very easy run so far. I think this might be difficult. I don't know why, I just have a feeling. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Make sure you get the right size. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we need one of them. And then a clear with 3. And that weird little, oh, I found it straight away. Black thing with 2 pegs sticking out. So we're going to be, well, that's easy. Across the middle, and then that goes on there. So we got that. Okay, very easy. And then that bridges the gap between 2 of these big boards. Which is probably going to be the base of it. And then we start securing it. So 2. I'm just going to come up a little bit. Nope. Didn't like that. Let's come up like that. Let's not do it like that. Come up. And then go that up. There we go. That's a lot better. You can actually see what I'm doing now. Oh, I should edit this out, shouldn't I? You watch as I forget. Right, so it's higher up. Okay, so where were we? So black ones, which got 2 pegs, 2 of those. And again, if you're following this, let me know in the comments. 4 of these. That's 2. 3, a 4. I've got 2 of those. 2 the smooth ones. There's one. They look like that, but you flip them over. They look like that. I need 1 more of those. What you got? And then 1 solitary sticky up 1 peg. There we go. So that's like that. And then we're going to have that in the corner. It'd be easy to do that. And then 2, 2, 2, and 2, smooth one on the end, and that one on there, and leave a space of 3, and then leave a space of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is there. And we've just done that. Now we can move on. Stage 4. I'm just gonna move. I can't get this camera exactly where I want it. There we go. Now I'm cooking. Right, so these things, and there's 9 of them. Blimey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then that weird macaroni shaped thing, 2 of them. 1, 2, and 2 of these single pegs with an X in it. There's 1. There's 2, and 2 those connector things. There's 1. I'll find you. You can hide, but I'll find you. Because I've got to try and avoid picking those up. It's that. It's completely grooved all the way along. I'm already at the stage where I'm thinking, oh my god, am I missing one? I've found that many times doing this, but I've always found it in the end. There it is. I literally was starting to think I didn't have it. So, oh, that's interesting. So it goes like that with one of these in there, donk, and then in it goes. So, donk. And ka-dunk. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 pegs down. Four pegs, yeah. So like that. And then these go in pairs. Well, nearly pairs. Every single peg has one of these attached to it, and there's a single one on the end. Lovely. And there's 2 more of those things. So 1, 2, then 2 freers. 1. Well, I need 5 of those. That's good. I found 1 already. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other 3. Right, so that goes in there. And it's going to be loose until I put that on top. So I think it'd be easier if I attach that on there, and then I can attach that to there. It's attached, and then I'll do the same thing again. I'll attach that on the end, and then I'll attach that like that, and then I free it. I'll do exactly the same thing again. And it's that fella. Oh, I've gone wrong. Right. Let's take that off. Oh. Oh God, I bet what is if I do that? Right, that'll teach me. So let's just dismantle it and try again. The good thing about it though is that it can be taken apart depending on how stupid you've just been. Right, so we would, that goes on there, 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 that goes on there. So the mistake I made was thinking that that freer attached to the first one. It doesn't. In fact, oh, how can we do this? So it's saying the middle of this, goes onto that peg. So it's saying it goes like that, and then that goes in there. So it's all sort of shifted over one, and then that goes in there. Goes in there. And then last one. There you go. So it ends up sort of overhanging on the edges. Can you see that? Whereas I did it flush, and that's when I realised my mistake. As I got a little bit further along. So we've just done that bit. Oh, blimey. Then we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a lot of these in this. And then this thing, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And that doesn't go in the first pegs, so we leave the first pegs. So there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this goes across. done that stage. And now we've got to do this, and it's 3 of these connectory bits. 2 of these, which I don't think I've got many left. 1, 2. And that is quite straightforward. Goes on there. You go in the middle. You attach on. You go on the end. And the first one at the back one goes on the 4th one. These 2 here. Yeah. And attaches just to 1 in the end. Yeah, so there we go. So it's just basically following the diagram, isn't it? And not rushing like I did earlier. So just 1 of these now. And I really am running out of them. There's 1. 1 of the connectory things. And then 2 of the oval shaped 2 peggers. And it's peg and overhangs, and then it goes on here with the peg, and if you look there you can see it doing it, going there, and then the last one goes in the only place it can go, which is there. When it's completely black it's hard to see, but I think you're getting the idea. So we now need 2 of these. Then we need 1 more of these. These, I keep thinking I'm running out of them, and it keeps asking for them, and I keep finding them, and then I think, so that's all of them. There cannot be any more. 2 smooth ones. There's 1. Two and a single sticky up peg, which is that. Okay, so that goes there, and then that goes there, and then that goes there. That goes there. And the one I've just done, which is completely covered, goes here. And then this one, oh I see, because there's a sticky out bit there, look. So if you can make that out of the count, which is why you've got a white bit. So it's going to attach on. I like this. Looks like we've got loads to do yet, but I think we're getting there. So, next one, we're going to do the tap, the bit where the pins come up and down, you know, types of letters. So we need the big black one. We need a holder for a pin later. And there's the swivelly bit, which is there, and we need 2 yellow cradles. 1, 2, and we just find the middle, don't we? 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, find the middle. Just to put it in straight away. So I'm going to put it in. That's satisfying. Click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then cradles don't go next to it, they go one over. It being side on. So like that rather than like that. And that should turn, there we go. Anyway, moving on. Ooh, got a big bit. So we need 2 like baseball field shape pieces. And then 2 these. 2 what looked like guns when I first saw them. There's 1. 2. I'm sure they are pistols in another set. And then 4 pegs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we get that, and it goes across, and then peg, peg. And then what would be the barrel, if it was a gun, goes in there. And I've done that one and did the second one first. So again, I'm just following the orientation and then putting them where they need to be. If it was a pistol, it's where the barrel of the gun is. And then if I turn them upright, you go on like that. Yep. Yeah, that shows it all tilting, although it is a little bit flimsy at the moment. Right, now we need this tube. This is going to make it all flexible, isn't it? A tube, and it's, oh my gosh, what look like horns. I need 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did wonder about these. And then what looked like Lego person's arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all everywhere. 6, 7, 8. And all we do is pop them in. So oddly satisfied about this. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. So we then thread these on. It's shown with the curved bit going upwards. Let's make sure I do that for all of them. Like a shark tooth necklace. Okay. Oddly, that's very satisfying to look at. And we then, with the bits sticking up, just clip it in there. Wrap it around and then stick that in there. Don't know if I'm supposed to adjust this slightly, or is that sort of good? But it does look like the bits that go tick, 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 tick when you type. Okay, so it's showing it down. Let's do it down. Supposed to catch on that? I think it is. Right, anyway, let's just leave it as it is for now. We can work that out the rest later. So now we need that and that. A circular thing with a spiky top or a piggy top, and then 8 blank curly things which will form the edges. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8, and then 2 little pegs. Right, how does this go together? So it's a central thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it really matters which way around you do it, but one of these long end goes in and clicks, and then we go round the outside. And create that rather satisfying thing. So stick in. One, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's showing no peg there, it's showing no peg there, so it must be going out the back. So that's how I'm going to do it with the peg. Right, let's try it on this one. So, gotcha. That was not easy to find where it goes on, but once you get it on, it's on. So that's how I've done it. Let's see if I'm right. Moving along. So we need 2 black pieces, a lefty curvy bit and a righty curvy bit, and then one of these, which always makes me think of speakers. So we go one there, one there, we go one there, one there, there. That bit done. And then we need smooth bits to go on the top. So smooth yellow bits. I'm just going to lift that up. A smooth yellow bit. Smooth yellow bit. And smooth yellow bits. Right, and then this whole caboodle sits on here, so bit with the hole sits there, and that goes there. Yeah, it's definitely looking like a typewriter now. Ta-da! We got that. Alright, what's next? I'll start doing the keys now. Oh no! So we need 11 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bit I've not been looking forward to. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and they go on like this. So starting with the raised pegs. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then miss a peg. So just in tiers, which I will be shortly when I'm doing the stickers. And then, white pegs. So we'll start there. And it's just lots and lots of these white pegs. And they're the buttons. I might speed this bit up. Okay, and then it's a red button that sits onto almost almost sits on top of that. So don't forget to put that on top of the black thing, which I'll raise the button up. It's just finding its orientation. There we go. And yes, it's missing something, isn't it? I'm just pressing them all down. It's missing its legs. Ah! So, luckily, it's done it in the right order for me. Here we are. So this is going to go as well as you can probably expect with somebody as big fingered as me. I think tweezers would probably help, but if I use tweezers, I'll probably have different problems than I'll have with my fingers. Right, there's a cue. I'll speed this bit up as well. I'll speed it up past this W, so just be careful. Before you press them down, make sure you're completely happy with how they look, or at least as happy as you think you can get it. Yeah, they're a bit wonky. Right, anyway, I'm going to speed it up now. Whew, I'm so glad to have done that. So I'm just going to put them down. I found the easiest way to put them on was to peel from the bottom, and then as you place it on, just wiggle it around and then poof with your thumb. And yeah, I never want to do that again. But yeah, there you go. And if you've got smaller fingers than mine, which I'm sure you have, you probably would find it easier than me. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it finished in this sitting. I'm probably going to have to stop in a minute, but I'm going to try and get this next bit done. So it's a smoothie bit, and then two pegs. My daughter wants to watch the Great British Bake Off, the final. So I'm going to have to stop, otherwise all you'll hear is the Great British Bake Off as I'm trying to record this. And some of you would enjoy hearing that, some of you I'm sure wouldn't. So it's a curvy thing like that, and then it's two end pieces which are blank. This looks a bit fiddly, so I attach them on the end of both, and then I stick them in there. And then I'll stick that there. How many minutes do I have?
3, but I just need to get something upstairs.
It's okay. I'll stop in a second. Right, thanks, darling. Right, and then it's just that there, which I would call the space bar. Dunk, and then that on there, and then that on there, and that is where I'm going to stop for the night. Ooh, I'd love to have finished it off, but yeah, it's not far off done. Not far off done. So that's where I am, like that, and then it's just that. Oh, there's a little bit to go still, isn't there? Right. I think this is the most involved one, which is the most bits, and then putting that last bit on. I think then you got a bit of paper that you can. God, it keeps going. Then you got a bit of paper that you can add. So that, and that's what's been typed on it, and then that's it finished. But I'll come back to that and then tomorrow. But all you're going to see is it fade to black, and then it'll be me tomorrow carrying it on. So for me, it's the next day. For you, it's a few seconds. So we'd got up to putting all the stickers on, and then ended that little bit. So now it's doing the bit that goes across the back, you know, where you. So off camera, that's the first part. I've done the next lot of piles all in a row. So this should go quite quick, actually. So it's this going into here. And it shows it going not to the end. So I'm not going to push it all the way to the end. As you say, it sort of shows it not to the end. Some words would be useful at that point. It shows it not going all the way through. Okay. Because I think, yeah, something gets stuck in the end, doesn't it? Anyway, we can sort of manipulate, I reckon, at the end. Then we've got 8 of these, and I've got them all, like I said, all ready to go. So let's put them on, and they're just going to go all the way to the end. And clip on. All the way to the end. Clip on. That's going to just naturally push it through anyway. All the way to the end. And naturally clip on. So let's just do all of them, a bit like a kebab. Those two aren't quite going together. And last one on top. So they're all on, and then it's this at the top, the smooth one, and then 2 of these together, and then on the end. Then we get these. One's going to go at the bottom, and it's the smooth side in. So in it goes. And one's going to go at the top. One spins easily, one not so easily. Oh well, they're in. They're in. And then the last bits on one end, that's the end with the smooth side, we have this configuration going on there. So there's a bit that's crooked, that's going to go in there. Ooh. So we do the peg, that goes on the top, and then this whole thing goes in. Goes in, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna. Well, it stays in, but you know, it's just pop, easy to pop out. But then again, that doesn't mean anything, does it? So this whole thing then attaches to the back and these holes. So which way around does it go? So if I go like that, it goes that way. Okay, so in one side. in the other side. Yeah, I knew it'd fall off. So it rolls, turns, and that goes there. Okay. Right, let's move on then. So we're doing whatever that is, cover I think. So we need a long one and then a grey 2 pegs. You can see where the benefit of me organising them earlier was. And then a 2 peg with a bit sticking out, and it's saying the end peg goes there, so it's sticking out, and then the 2er does the exact same thing, and it's these little weird hooky things, and a square smooth yellow. This is why I have a slight panic because I can't see it. Oh, there it is. And that goes in the middle. So 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, and these stick out. 1, 2. Then we need 2 smooth ones, one there and one there, and then these hooky things which go in there and there. Again, it's very straightforward, isn't it? There's nothing overly complicated. And then we're going to go for another of those yellow pegs with a bit cut out of it and a Lego arm. I think of these as the arms off Lego Men. So, ooh. Yeah, it rolled off. No! So there's a little yellow peg on the floor somewhere. Oh, you found it? Oh, you star. Thank you, darling. So the cut end goes into the Lego arm, and then that piece, if I turn it like that, then clips into the grey bit down there, and then it goes on to the black pegs. So it just rests on like so. Got more to it than that. Looks really fragile, that does. Oh, I hope there's more to it than that. It's literally holding on by a fingernail. I think there's going to be stuff going on the side. Ah, yeah, we're going to get some stuff around the side. That will secure it in place. So we're going to build that following that process. So this is going to be easy. So that goes on there. Famous last words, Paul. And then singles go on the end. And then it's what look like little lanterns. Go there. And well, that's a 2 lantern. I don't want a 2er. A single lantern. So I've got that going on. Then it's these piggy things. 1 and 2. Then a 2 and then a smooth. Like thus. And then the whole kit and caboodle goes on the side. And there's like a little hole there for it. So and it goes. Nope, nope. There's one more piece. That goes on. And then that peg goes in. I did think that was weird, like it was missing a piece. So on it goes. God, this is tricky because that bit there really wants to fall off. Okay, so I guess I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the other side. Oh, what a surprise. So it's one of these, that single peg, a lantern, and then the 2 lantern goes on like that. So there's 2 pegs that come out on that one, and I'll put it in the correct place, and then it's these things, then a 2er, a smooth 4, she's having fun, isn't she? And then it's that and that. I know it's not very descriptive, but it's that and that. And that clips in there, and then that goes in there. And we've got that, whatever the hell that is, on the side. So once you've done that, it goes in there on the, oh hang on, forgot the exact same piece. So it like that, and this goes on that side. Then it goes in there. Looking very nice, isn't it? I'm actually really liking this. Okay, so now we've done that, we've got to do some bits that go around the side. This is supposed to kind of secure it in now. So it's a 2 towers, 2 of these, and 4 of these. So that's 2, 3, 4, and we just put a peg on a tower, and then we put one more peg on, and then it goes inwards. We'll do the same thing on the other one, but it goes outwards. So 2, I've got that going on, and we then attach these. So you go on there, you go on there, And it's just going to attach across, isn't it? Gently put it there, out of the way. Yeah, so long one, 2 smooths, and a little smooth, and a little smooth goes in the middle. So these go on there with a bit overhanging. Dunk, dunk, and then it goes on there, which will secure it in place. Oh, it's so fragile. I knew something would happen like that. Right, let's pop that in again. And it's popped out the other side. It's popped out there. Right, we got it on. We got it on. A lot of manipulation. So now this last little bit, I say last little bit, you know I'm going to turn the page and there's going to be a load more. Long piece, a tour with a sticky out bit, and this. So if I touch that on there, put that on there, and then it's another peg with 2. Let's see, smooth bits. 1, 2. So we've got that going on. I'll leave that there. No, wait. Then it's a black cradle and a black sloopy thing. Underneath goes that. So we've got that going on. Clunk. Then we need 2 of these long ones. This smooth one and 2 black connecting pegs. And we go on that side, on that side. That goes in. And that goes in. Just looking through the gaps, there's a tiny little slit and you can see where that one ends and that one ends, and I'm getting it sort of central best I can. And then it goes on here with the fat bit to the left. Okay. Then it goes clippity clip. Oh, I see. So there's the 2 cradles for these bits, and then that's going to stick into the Lego arm that's sticking up. So I'll attach them 2 first. Be easy without the book. And then where is it wrong? Because I can't see how that's going to fit in that. Try it again. This bit on the back is so fragile. Yeah, something wrong with that. It is not. I just haven't clipped it down. Now, will that actually fit on? I don't think it will. Oh, it's just getting this last bit on, and I'm either made a mistake or I'm not seeing something. It's just so fragile, this bit. It all wants to come apart. But I think once it's all in, nice and tight, we'll be alright. Oh, that was not my favourite bit, but I got it on. He says, that's now sticking out too much one side. There we go. So it's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. It's on. It's off. It's on. Right, I need another pair of hands. Nope, I don't. Right, we're on. What you could do with is something underneath just to secure it all in. Anyway, we've got that bit on. Let's shove that up there. We've got that bit on. And oh, last bit. Some sort of ka-chunky chunk thing, isn't it? Ka-chunky chunk. So I need that. I need that to go on there. And I need that to go on there. And it's a weird cutout bit, which is here. But this is the bit where you go and chink. Yep. And it goes on here. Watch as it all collapses now. Okay, and the paper goes in behind, holds it in place, and we are done. Hey, my favourite one, but also the one that gave me a load of grief at the end. Plus these stickers were not fun. But yeah, what do you think? Does it look like an oldie worldy typewriter? What does it say? The revolution of typewriter. The first commercial typewriters were introduced in 1874, but not become common in offices until after the mid 1880s. It was widely used by professional writers in offices, business correspondence in private homes, and by students preparing written assignments. Ooh, a little bit of history as well. But there you go. So I did all three of the Brie Happen retro builds. That was the hardest, but my favourite. This one was super easy, especially, make sure we get the right way up. That's cool, getting the cassette out. Ka-tunk. So you can listen to Bros. Let's pop it back in. It's cool that you can sort of like play with them a little bit. So again, the headphones, yeah. And last but not least, the TV with the world's smallest bunny ears for doing your reception. I do like that telly though. I like the chunkiness of it. But yeah, there you go. So if you're thinking of getting a present for somebody for Christmas, you can't go far wrong with that. And I do like the fact that they give you a few spares just in case you drop them, like I did. But yeah, there you go. So leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I almost forgot that bit at the end. And I will see you in another video real soon. We've got a load of exciting things coming because I went on a spending spree with all my birthday money. And it's not all retro stuff and plastic bills. There's a lot of wooden stuff coming up and some other stuff that you'll enjoy seeing me make. And if you make these yourself, let me know in the comments how you get on. Yeah, so if you want to get a nice Christmas present for somebody in the early 50s like me, don't go far wrong with that. Cheer everyone, love you all, bye.